Yo, what's up guys? My name is Spy, and before I begin this video, I'd just like to say this is a really 50-50 topic. What I mean by this is that learning the movement and trying to be unpredictable can actually sometimes hurt you, as Cold War seems to promote the sit and wait playstyle. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's frustrating having some form of movement and mechanics available to you, but you're basically punished for learning them and using them. The cool mechanics like sprinting, jumping, and even throwing nades is janky and clunky, so when trying to use them to outplay, you get caught out a lot and just burst down by random players just holding random angles. So when taking anything from this video, please keep in mind that these are things you have to learn and adapt them to your own playstyle. Cause bro, I couldn't tell you the amount of times I've tried to outplay somebody and I just end up dying anyways. It's really strange and frustrating, but I think with enough practice, you can set yourself up really well for Cold War in the future. Now, with that out of the way, there are 3 key mechanics that can actually help you improve the way you get around the map, as well as improve some of the gunfights and situations you can find yourself in. Firstly, slide peeking. Personally, I think this is the most important mechanic, as it is one that puts you directly into a gunfight, as well as making your movement unpredictable so you have a better chance at actually winning the gunfight. So the whole goal of this is to really surprise your enemy, so use this as a common angle. This is usually deflag on domination. Usually people like to sit up here, or they actually sit right behind here. So what you can actually do is use this slide peek to slide out, and when you pop up, you can take this and you can take this straight away. Instead of just walking out at like predictable head level, when you slide out, you're actually low, and if you like crouch again or press space like jump, you are actually like pop up. So you're actually surprising your enemy popping up here, and you can take these fights really fast. And there's also another way you can go about this. So instead of just sliding and peeking, you can actually jump, slide, and peek, which is a bit different, but what you're essentially doing is making yourself more unpredictable again. So by doing that, you're essentially jumping out at whatever height, and when you land, you gain the movement speed and go into the crouch position. So sometimes it throws a lot of people off. I can't do it now, but a lot of people get thrown off by it because you come out normal speed, like when you're jumping, and then as soon as you land, you pick up the crouch, the speed like that. So it's also a way you can change up the slide and ways you can peek. So just like that, you're taking the angle, but way faster than just like sliding out and coming up here. So you can kind of change it up, different angles. You can change it up like this, be here, slide over here. You can do all sorts with it. You don't always have to peek over like cover. This is the ideal scenario, so half your body is covered. But in a situation like up here, you can actually just slide out and just look at this angle right here. You're more exposed, so you're more likely to die. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, it's really 50-50. Like some dude can just be sitting here and burst you before you even get to shoot, but 9 times out of 10, you can come here and surprise somebody straight away and burst them down before they even have a chance. Like if they're in full sprint, they won't have a time to react. So straight away, boom, 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 they're dead. I just need to mention the first mechanic is done by sprinting in the direction you'd like to slide, and then changing your camera position as soon as you enter the slide. So you'd be sprinting, and then you want to slide, look, and ADS. For mechanic number 2, it's basically the same thing, except you want to jump instead of sliding in the way you want to go. So you'd be sprinting, jump, slide, turn, essentially, like that. And you can also do it like sideways, like that. So this is crouching or sliding as soon as I hit the ground from my jump. Next, slide cancelling. Slide cancelling is something almost every single person has learned if they ever got their hands on Modern Warfare, so most people should be very familiar. The benefit of slide cancelling is that your hitbox is never just an upright player sprinting in a straight line. You put yourself in a variety of stances throughout the duration of the action. this can throw off the aim of opponents and arguably make your movement speed faster. So bind wise, I have crouch bound to C, and I know there was two ways in Modern Warfare people were slide cancelling. It would be triple tap C, which is that, and people would double tap C and then space, or double tap your crouch button and then jump essentially. In this game, I feel like double tap C or your crouch button and then pressing space or your jump button is the better way to go. So you can see here, like I get up instantly and I can keep going. When I triple tap C, it's kind of the same, but I feel like you get stuck in the slide animation a bit too long. Where if you're pressing space, you're getting up faster. So this one's short and sweet, just a nice way to get around the map, you know. You can also do this into peeking the angles. You can also like stop it early instead of sliding all the way out. You can just like stop early but you'll learn that as you're using the mechanics. You learn how far to slide, how to, you know how it is. And finally, ledge sliding. This isn't as important as the other two if I'm quite honest, but it could give you a very slight advantage. In objective game modes like Dom and Hardpoint, there are usually objects in your path on the way to the middle objective that you could use this mechanic on. It is also very, very tedious. You can also see when challenging someone down here, you can just run off and use the ledge slide to be unpredictable and challenge that angle. To do this though, simply all you have to do is walk over or jump onto a ledge and slide right off it. Sometimes it's really hard to time. It's not, you won't get it all the time. Sometimes you crouch too early and you end up just getting stuck on the barrier, or you miss it completely like that. Definitely if you can pull it off consistently though, it's really strange for people to track, because you get so much movement speed, like you get like a little boost. See, something just as simple as like that, like someone's gonna have a hard time seeing here and you just like instantly just pop yourself there. Catches a lot of people off guard sometimes, so just to always vary up your movement. You don't want to just be walking around like a robot. This is the whole point of the video. You don't want to just be walking around like this, and you know, you need to make yourself more unpredictable. But a lot of the time you're just caught out. Like this game, you're basically rewarded for sitting in one spot. So doing a lot of these mechanics can actually hurt you sometimes, so I think it's a lot of practice and time to learn spots where you can get away with these certain mechanics. Because if you're just gonna like come out here and I don't know, you're just gonna like slide out here, you have so many angles you're exposed to straight away. So you have to be really careful where you do it, but it doesn't hurt to learn and learn new ways, implement it to your own playstyle. And yeah, that's all I really have for this video, but I hope you learned something from it. I think helping people learn is something that I'm going to try to do more of on the channel, as I don't feel like I've been performing that well enough for clips lately. But if you aren't subbed, feel free to sub and come hang out on Twitch, so I stream most nights. Take it easy. Peace.